Warning: this show contains lots of vulgarity, questionable content, and the Angry Jackalope might just be a crazy motherfucker. You've been warned.
What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope here, Raw Bricks. So, I'm not one of those guys that sits there and says, sky is falling, global warming this, global warming that, carbon emissions. I'm not going to sit there and preach to people about lifestyle and things of that nature, but there are some things that do bother me, excuse me. There are some things that do bother me, such as really fucking up the environment. There's a lot of bad shit that we do to the environment that needs to change, needs to just be completely addressed. So I'll tell you, I got a little clip here. I'll show you. I'll add in here. But we went swimming down a beach near San Diego, and as we walked along the shore to get in the water and stuff, there were literally thousands of these little spiny lobsters, these little baby lobsters, up along the shoreline, and it blew my mind because I thought they were dead. I thought it was a mass die-off, but I think they eventually died anyway because I kept trying to kick them back in the water, and they just didn't work out that way. And they just kind of were laying there cooking in the sun and shit. Kind of like my ass was all crispy cooking in the sun. But I tried to figure out what the fuck they were. First we thought they were crawfish. Then we thought, oh no, they're like some kind of crabs. And then my wife said, no, I think they're lobsters. And she was right. So we researched it later on at night and found out down in Mexico they'd been running up on the shore, and they were attributing it to El Nino or El Nina. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, they said the waters get warm and they get confused and they come out. Well, I'll tell you, that water was cold as shit. That water was like 52.3 degrees when we got there. It was probably a lot colder before they washed up on shore. So I see that, and I see all these other mass die-offs, and the elephant in the room that a lot of people don't talk about is the radiation and shit coming off of Fukushima. Fukushima is still an environmental issue that is getting worse every fucking day, and nobody really talks about it. Nobody is like, oh yeah, Fukushima, what is that, a fucking Japanese restaurant? It's like, dude, you forget, had a massive earthquake, had a tsunami, broke a fucking nuclear reactor fucking split, its rods hit into the ocean, and it's fucking leaking radiation every fucking day. And you know what, nobody really talks about it. But we're seeing the ramifications of our fucking hubris, of our arrogance. We have this massive technology and energy and science advances, and motherfuckers are doing things just for the sake of doing it without really thinking about potential ramifications of their actions. A perfect example of that is the Hadron Collider. Let's do these fucking experiments and hypothesize that this is going to happen. Okay, yeah, you're hypothesizing that something's going to happen, but you really don't fucking know. And so suddenly you do some shit, and it's like the makings of a fucking horror film, right? It's like, okay, but the sad thing is, this shit that's going on with Fukushima and now what's happening in the Pacific Ocean, well, all oceans really, but the coastlines of California are getting hit first. They are going to be feeling the effects, the ocean anyway, of the radiation, and that shit is not going to be good. Our oceans affect our weather. the currents. And you ever heard that expression, the fluttering of a butterfly wing, affects like the weather? Well, everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. And when you upset the balance, then the planet has to balance it out. It has to figure a way to equalize everything, because something negative happened. There's a positive other action to kind of create a universal balance, right? If you have something negative like Fukushima happen, and it causes catastrophic kill-offs and just destruction of the ocean, what do you think the result's going to be? It's not going to be good. But they will sit around and talk all this bullshit. Oh no, it's not a big deal. It's negligible. Blah blah blah. But it's not. They don't want to talk about it because they're probably scared shitless. But they're thinking about it like, well, fuck, I'm old. You know what? It ain't gonna affect me. And you know what? I'm rich, so my kids will be fine. It's not gonna affect them either. That's what I'm saying. It's the selfish bullshit, and that is part of the things that bugs me. So, you know, we live on this planet that has all this amazing shit around us, and yet and still people don't take it. They don't take the time to look, smell the roses, and admire the beauty around us. And I just see these. I see motherfuckers will eat their hamburger, throw their trash out on the fucking ground. And I'm like, are you shitting me? I had one homeboy, he would do that shit. I'm like, motherfucker, go pick that up. He's like, nah, nigga, homeboy over there works. That's his job. If I don't do that, he ain't gonna have a job. I'm like, oh, that's some fucked up ass logic. And as I'm telling him that's some fucked up ass logic, here's the dude he was talking about coming over and picking up the trash. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking stupid. It's that flippant attitude that just kind of drives me nuts. So while I'm not a tree hugger, I don't walk around hugging trees, I do respect them. I do respect the planet. And I really wish that we could affect change on a personal level to make things better. I mean, you walk around, you see some shit on the ground, fucking pick it up, man. You know what I mean? I got a fucked up back and everything else, and I still bend down and pick shit up. It's amazing to me. I'll be sitting there, and we were in the San Diego Fair, and some fucking cocksucker, there's all these beautiful flower arrangements and the stuff inside this one thing where people were, displaying the winners of the show. And this cocksucker put his Coke in an empty spot. He just put his fucking can there. There's a trash can not more than, I don't know, maybe 20 yards away. But no, motherfucker just put it on a fucking shelf and, left it. And I was like, wow, are you fucking kidding me? I think I even have a video clip of that shit. But anyway, it's like, this is just so beautiful. This is amazing. What the shit is this? What the shit? What kind of an asshole puts his fucking Coke here? That's a fucking asshole. It's like, let's take responsibility for our own actions and, look after each other. It's like, let's correct shit and make things better, because if we don't, we're gonna leave a husk, nasty ass planet for our kids, and that's not, we got to lead by example. I try to do shit in front of my kids, and I try to make them do shit, and I hope when they grow up they'll make their kids do shit. But the reality is, man, we don't start taking responsibility for our actions, shit's gonna get fucking wonky sideways. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fucked up. So anyway, that's it for this one. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your fucking friends. Until next time, please be good to each other.